block by Henderson, making his presence known here in Game 2. Bosch is cashing in every time. Boy, the Charlotte Bobcats competing like junkyard dogs here tonight. Here we go, LeBron.
Oh, the drama pregame for Al Jefferson and the Bobcats in Miami. Could he go? Could he be effective with that strained plantar fascia suffered in the first quarter of Game 1? The answer to the first question, yes, he would go. The answer to the second question?
Well, he's tiptoeing around, Matt, and you give him a lot of credit that he's out there fighting, but obviously not the same Al, but you like the effort.
He was productive. He was not moving especially well, but he wound up having an impact on this game. Meanwhile, LeBron James with no Jefferson or anyone else to protect the rim all the way to it on the spin, and then James from outside for three.
He did have 60 on these guys in the regular season, so we all know that there's nobody on their team that can guard him. So LeBron was just having his way tonight.
And there goes Jefferson gingerly walking his way back to the locker room to be retaped, we were told.
Oh, Birdman!
Ray Allen to Chris Anderson, who throws it down. The Heat lead is 13. Here comes Al Jefferson back. And you know what? Like I said, he had an impact on this game. Little turn over the left shoulder, didn't get much lift, but it goes.
It still goes at one hand, the right hand claw.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and one. The Bobcats go on a 14-2 run and get themselves within 3. The Heat moving it on the other end gets Chris Bosh. Great shooting night.
Oh, great Heat basketball. And I mean, they're playing championship basketball right now as far as moving the ball and getting open shots.
Bosh was 4 of 5 from the great beyond and 8 of 11 on the game as James goes all the way off the steal and a tomahawk.
Yeah, you got to take better care of the basketball because that's when the Miami Heat are at their best in transition.
Miami up by 10 at halftime, but Bobcats hanging around. Look at the defensive effort by Gerald Henderson.
Get that shot out of here.
Josh McRoberts passes tipped. It's Jefferson for 2 of his 18 points, and you can see the look on his face. He is hurting out there, but his team's within 4. James through 1, past another in the vicinity of a third Bobcat. Another 2 of his 32 points to go with 6 boards and 8 assists. Dwayne Wade, relatively quiet, but he got his 15 on the night. Miami back up by 11. They couldn't quite shake Charlotte.
Charlotte, you know, they play hard, they play together, and, you know, they're well coached.
And huge to get buckets out of Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Yeah.
9 of what, 13 tonight?
He had a bunch of them, 22 and 10 boards, so it's another 10-0 run for Charlotte. Kemba Walker to Jefferson, 18 and 13 on the night, on that foot.
Huge, Matt. Big-time buckets down the stretch. And then LeBron to the basket. At first, I was like, oh, good hard foul. And I saw the other angle guys. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was
no play on the ball, straight forearm to LeBron's face.
I can't believe there wasn't a flagrant called on the play, even with review available.
Oh, man.
Josh McRoberts goes up with the elbow first.
He should be suspended.
Maybe Rod Thorne might look
somehow
at that
that's a common foul. LeBron said afterward he took an elbow to the throat, so he was trying to get his bearings before he could get up and split a pair of free throws. So the Bobcats down 4 here. Kemba Walker for 3. And they're within 1.
Ice water in his veins.
Steve Clifford's going to draw something up. LeBron made a couple of free throws, so a 3-point margin. What do the Bobcats have here? Didn't necessarily have to go for 3.
No, you didn't. You could have got a quick 2 and played the free throw line game.
Or put the ball in your best player's hands. Try and get a quick 2. But I just don't like the ball in Gary Neal's hands because he can't create for himself, and neither can CDR. Get the ball to Al Jefferson in the post or Kemba Walker, who just hit a 3 to get you within 1.
And Miami was guarding the 3-point line. They weren't going to give that up. Instead, Charlotte doesn't get a shot off. They end with a turnover and a loss, 101-97, despite being +8 in the paint and +4 in rebounding. They won both those categories in Game 1 as well. Jefferson gutted out 18 points and 13 boards on 9 of 23 shooting, but the Bobcats lose to Miami for the 18th straight time, and the injury news, according to Al, may not be great either.
I just ran it down court, and I could just felt it. I felt it basically just rip all the way through. Like it came up to the midway through my foot, and it just was pain ASAP. But you know, doctor said there wasn't nothing more I could do to it to hurt it, so just had to play through it.
So what's the prognosis for your foot from this point forward?
Just gonna have to play through it.
You got to respect the fact that he's out there battling. He has no mobility, basically, limited mobility, and yet, he had 18 and 13, and he fought hard. So, I'm proud of the guys that we hung in there, but we just, against a team like this, you can't play first halves like we played.
To be able to take care of the first 2 games in our home building and not play our, the best, brand of basketball that we're capable of playing is very uplifting, knowing that we can play better. And we have to play better going into their building. They're going to be very excited, having a playoff game in their building. It's been a few years, and for us, we look forward to the challenge.
So the Heat are halfway to the conference semifinals if they continue this trend of beating Charlotte as they've done the last 3 years. And you heard Al Jefferson's description of what he was feeling in that foot. It doesn't sound very promising for the Bobcats.
Not at all. If I was the Bobcats, I would have liked to see Al Jefferson not play tonight and have him for the home game. But, it's just guys playing with a lot of heart out there, not even being able to move. It just shows how talented and what he means to this team and what this team means to him.
Yeah, man, it's unfortunate. To like Coach Clifford's point, how can you play with the pain he's playing through when he's out there playing hard, and you say, how can I nitpick? He's played 2 games so far, but he hadn't gotten to the free throw line. So maybe if he plays game 3 and continues to play through this pain, get him a little deeper into the post, maybe get to the free throw line and take better care of the basketball, because you cannot get off to a 19-29 first quarter like they did tonight. So Coach Clifford's point, let's go home, get off to a good start, and let's ride that wave.
And Charlotte's a defensive team. They can't give up 52% shooting on the road or give up 15 turnovers that lead to 22 points to the Miami Heat and expect to win. And they're down 0-2.